What is going on, my Super Sandwiches? Rhymestyle here, and today I'm joined by Kwame for a Dragon Ball Super discussion. And today we will talk about Champa, because I think we kind of might have figured out what he's actually doing in Universe 7. So to those who don't know, Champa is in Universe 7, being very mysterious. In the anime, he hasn't shown up yet, but in the manga, we see a couple of occasions of his face being revealed, or I guess his being revealed, in a very secretive manner. He's like sneaking around Beerus looking for something. Chapter 3 revealed that he's looking for giant wishing orbs, to which Elder Kai and Kibito Kai thought he was talking about the Namekian Dragon Balls, but Chapter 4 confirms that he was not looking for those. And also it's really cool to see that in Chapter 4 that Kibito Kai used the Namekian Dragon Balls to split himself into Kibito and Supreme Kai again, which now we know if Vegito was a or if that fusion still existed, it could have been split with the Dragon Balls later, but it's a whole nother discussion. Point is, Champa was not looking for the Dragon Ball or the Namekian Dragon Balls in Universe 7. He was looking for something else. But before I continue, Kwame, do you want to summarize what happens in Chapter 4?
So essentially, the first part starts off where, you know, Goku's fighting against Beerus, and essentially it's a little bit different from Battle of Gods. Me and Rhymestyle noted that Beerus does, similar to Battle of God, try to blow up Earth with a really powerful blast, and Goku actually manages to stop it. But after the fight, what happens is that Beerus essentially just goes to Goku and he's like, you put up a pretty good fight, bro. I'm just gonna leave now. And that's kind of different because in Battle of Gods, he went back to Earth and talked to the Z Fighters and kind of added a little bit more tension. But he just kind of just said, alright, good fight. Adios.
GG, I'm out. Yeah, but the interesting part is what happens next, and that's an encounter in space between Champa and Frieza soldiers. So to kind of read from Shonen Games' website, what they actually translated was, this is what they said. What is that? How can a Dragon Ball this huge even exist? We have to report this to HQ. We finally have a visual in the Dragon Ball. And right when they say this, Champa shows up and destroys that ship, which, by the way, that ship contained the second best in Frieza's army. And when they ended up dying, Togoma and Shorbei say, that's it, we have to revive Frieza, and that's where it's going to lead us next in the series. So we know Resurrection Frieza is happening next. But the interesting part was Dragon Ball. What Dragon Ball are they talking about? If there's only 2 sets of Dragon Balls in that universe, on Earth and on planet Namek, what did they find? And now that reminds me of something that was mentioned in the interview a while ago. Kwame, do you want to cover that?
Well, essentially what happened is Akira Toriyama was asked in an interview about the upcoming Dragon Ball Super series, and in it he was talking about how there was the advent of the Super Dragon Balls, which essentially was tailor-made for like this scenario that we're talking about now, in the sense that they're going to be these Super Dragon Balls that the Z Fighters are going to have to deal with going throughout the universe.
So I think the reason why Champa is in Universe 7 is because he was looking for one of these Super Dragon Balls, and now that makes me open up a bunch of theories inside my head of how do Super Dragon Balls even work. I feel like when a Super Dragon Ball has been used, or I guess a set of balls have been used, they scatter across the dimensions in different universes, so the only way you can get them is if you have to be a god, or if you can cross through dimensions and stuff. But I think the reason why Champa is in that universe is because he's looking for those Dragon Balls, and now that he got it, he's going to go home, and after Frieza has been dealt with, this is what's going to lead us to the next saga, and I guess the final arc of Dragon Ball Super, the Universe 6 arc. And now it's like, what do these Super Dragon Balls do? Do you have any theories as to what these Super Dragon Balls might even do?
Well, I think that it's kind of weird because, like, you would think, like, what are the origins of them? But I think the Super Dragon Balls are essentially, like, a universal level of Dragon Balls that can essentially grant a wish to a greater magnitude to what, you know, Shenron or a Porunga would do.
Yeah. Which also kind of reminds me of a certain saga in Dragon Ball GT. You know what I'm talking about? So, I mean, I don't know if this is true, but I remember a while ago, I think Toriyama actually loved the idea of the Black Star Dragon Ball, so I think this is where he got this idea from, but I don't know how legit that rumor actually was. Do you know anything about that?
Well, not off the top of my head, but I think it's possible, you know, because he did like certain things about the series.
So it looks like he might be kind of, I don't know, Universe 6 arc might consist of that, and I guess the question is what do these Super Dragon Balls do? But we want to hear from you guys. Number one, what do you think about the Super Dragon Ball theory that's why Champa was in Universe 7? And two, what do you think the Super Dragon Balls will do outside of what the regular Dragon Balls could do? Maybe this is how a god becomes a god. What if it has something to do with that? And why does Champa even want it? So there's a lot of questions here that we can't really answer right now. It's just more a theory, but based on what we said, what do you guys think of the legitimacy of that? Do you think Champa was there for Dragon Ball, for the Super Dragon Balls in Universe 7? And what do you think is going to happen next? I guess let us know in the comment section below. Kwame, do you want to add anything else before we end this?
Oh yeah.
Well, outside the outro, anything else?
No, I just wanted to say that I just think that if this adds a lot more to the series, it's going to definitely make it a lot more entertaining, because Super so far in terms of the pacing has not been as entertaining as we would like, based on how slow the pacing has gone. But I think this is a pretty good story.
I wouldn't say it was slow. I think the only problem with Dragon Ball Super is the fact that we watched Battle of Gods and we watched Resurrection F, so we know what to expect. So that's a problem. So once we get to Universe 6, I'm sure we're going to like it a lot better. But actually, I do have a question. If my theory about the Super Dragon Balls is true, and it's somewhat similar to Black Star Dragon Balls, what do you guys think about that? Like, would that bug you guys or not? Let us know in the comment section below as well. And again, this is just a pure theory. This confirms nothing. This is just like a quick idea I had on top of the head when I read the 4th chapter of the manga. But yeah, let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Leave a like rating below if you enjoyed it. But Quaman, you know what to do.
Please remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. And remember, as I always say, to have a great day, guys. And remember that Super is not done yet. Give it a chance. It's not over.